Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It's Well Red Beard. We are here for a book review, and today I've got a poetry review for you. This is called "The Smallest of Bones" by Lyn Walrath, and this is by Clash Books. I enjoyed this book. It's now I will admit some of the poetry was over my head. Some of it, I didn't fully comprehend. I don't think, but the stuff that I did get, the stuff that I comprehended, I really liked. And it's really short stuff. So, like, here's an example, just little snippets, little thoughts. I mean, some of the poems are, like you saw there, 4 lines. Some of them are well, like the one beside it is more like 6 lines. But very short stuff. So a cool, fast reading experience. I would read something, I would read it again, I would read it again. It either got the mark or it didn't, and I moved on. But just I don't know. There's an intimacy to reading poetry, I think, that you don't get from prose, and so um, I'm not really saying it gives you an opportunity to get into the author's head, but I think I am saying that. Anyway, so just an enjoyable reading experience. Now, so I'm going to give this book 4 stars. First of all, Clash Books. I mean, I have not read a book that I didn't like by Clash Books. Now, don't get me wrong. I haven't read a lot of them. Clash Books, send me some more books. But I did "Girl Like a Bomb" by Autumn Christian. I did "Hexus" by Charlene Elsby. And there might have been another poetry from Clash Books I got, but anyway, Clash Books, send me some more books. But so I'm a 4 stars. Have I talked about the cover? No, I don't think I've talked about the cover. The cover's amazing, and it's probably going to be one of my favorite covers of the year. I might do that this year. I might pick my favorite covers. This is definitely up for it. I love this cover, and it is by Joel Amat Guel. So just a cool cover. So the poems in this book are separated out by bones. It's called the smallest of bones, and so each section. So you'll get like a bone, like the cranium, the mandible, sternum, and so on and so forth. And you'll get 10 or 12 poems behind that, and then it'll break for another one. And those parts are really cool, like the write-ups about the bones, and like he talked about the mandible being like one of the only bone, or like one of the only, like, reckon, or sometimes when remains are found, like it's the only bone that's recognizable. It's like, for example, at birth the body of the bone is a mere shell, but in old age the bone can become greatly reduced in volume due to loss of teeth from violence or decay. When human remains are found, the mandible is sometimes the only recognizable bone. Fractures of this bone are the most common in cases of domestic violence. The fist is a favorite tool for assaults. The mandibles of the female of the species are smaller, thinner, rounder, more obtuse, straight. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it kind of starts from this scientific perspective, and then it kind of goes maybe in a way of, like this domestic abuse, or women's issues type things. The same thing with like spine. The one on the spine kind of goes there. Sternum. Sternum is another one in here. It talks about fractures of the sternum are rare. And it comes from something. Like a car accident, but some studies reveal that repeated punches or continual beatings, sometimes called breastbone punches, to the sternum area can also cause fracture. Dislocation of this bone is rare and usually caused by severe trauma. The sternum is also called the breastbone. Hiding our hearts is easy when we have so many bones. I love that line. Hiding our hearts is easy when we have so many bones. So you get what I'm saying. Each section is separated by the name of a bone, and there's a cool, like I said, scientific information about it, and then it kind of gives you, a little bit more. So I really enjoyed that. Now there are two very short poems in here that I really liked, and I mean, I liked a bunch. You can see the ones that I marked, but the ones that I really dug, I mean, they are short. One of them is like a brief like a war cry, like a rallying cry, almost like an imperative. We must do this, and the other one is just kind of like a statement about a particular person. I assume the author, and so the first one is the one I just said there, the statement, and it's again, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words, 8 words, and it goes like this: My body is 2/3 whiskey and 1/3 ghosts. I mean, I love that. I mean, think about that. I mean, again, that's why I like poetry. Poetry inspires me to be creative more than any other form of art that I consume, because my body is 2/3 whiskey and 1/3 ghost. I mean, shit. A song. I mean, you could write a song about that. You could do that. You could write a song about my body being 2/3 whiskey and 1/3 ghost. No, seriously. I love little things like that, and so the other one I talked about, the rallying cry. Uh, Here you go. We must love like a story, like poetry. We must love. That's it. We must love like a story, like poetry. We must love. I dug that. So there's a bunch of other ones in here that I marked. I'm gonna probably share one more with you, and then get out of here. And in these, like, it was more like I liked a tidbit of the tidbit. I liked a piece of the poem more so than the whole poem. But so here's this one, and it may give you an example of what I was talking about earlier. And again, this is my second shooting, so I can't really remember if I talked about this earlier. But like some of these poems, it felt like multiple thoughts, that almost like the author had a thought, started writing a poem, and then switched gears and something else. So this may be an example of that. I'm not sure. But there's a town born underwater, and all the people know how to really breathe. But I don't speak this current language. I used to listen to your music on repeat until I discovered all the cuts it was leaving in the hidden places, my thighs and calves. So I stopped putting myself in that position. But pain is like a melody you can't forget. There was this girl I knew who believed in love, and she took up arms. She took up arms. But when it came time to fight, all she found in her arms was a bouquet of pain. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But I really like pain is a melody you can't forget. I really like the imagery of a bouquet of pain. But I don't get, how you start with there's a town born underwater. And, I mean, so I'm not really that smart, people. But I did enjoy it. It is the cover, again, you talk about judging a book by its cover. The cover grabbed me for sure. This is a gorgeous cover. And this is dark, beautiful poetry. It is a short, quick, fulfilling, damn, I feel like I accomplished something read. And I'm excited. I mean, this is, I enjoy stuff like this. So this is The Smallest of Bones. This is Lyn Walrath. This is Clash Books. I gave the collection 4 stars. It was, like I said, fun, fulfilling, quick, and thought-provoking for sure. So creativity-provoking. Oh boy. This is Well Red Beard. I hope you're enjoying all your reads. As the phone rings at the very last minute, we are not reshooting. I hope you're enjoying all your reads, all of them, as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.